Today I'll be discussing one of my earlier investment strategies. What's interesting about this strategy is that at that time I thought I had stumbled upon an undiscovered profit-making machine, the hidden gold mine. Unfortunately, that's not how the story ended. What's up YouTube, Card Boss here. We talk about everything cards, money, investing. Alright, let's go. The early 90s insert was all about a hologram. Thin lacquered layers were stacked on each other before undergoing a heat press, creating a visual image that can be seen differently in various angles. In one of my early research, I stumbled upon a 1992 Upper Deck MVP hologram Shaquille O'Neal rookie card in a PSA 10 slab that sold for $1,800. When I traced the origins of this rookie card, it led me down to this 36 card fixed MVP hologram box set, which also had a Michael Jordan base, along with other NBA superstars at the time, like Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, Charles Barkley, and many more. A sealed box costed around only $25, and the math wheels started to spin in my head, thinking that I hit a jackpot. But there was only one small tiny problem. During my research of an unboxing video, the cards were not protected and was loose inside the box, which meant that the corners and edges could easily be damaged before you even take it out of the box, which also meant that the chances of getting a really gem-mint raw out of the box is extremely slim. But before I was a savvy investor, I was a stubborn one and decided to put money to purchase 20 of these MVP hologram box sets. Now you're probably thinking that's easy. Head down to your local card shop, pay and rip them. Unfortunately, these were 1992 products that were 28 years old and likely kept very poorly and tossed around like a rag doll. Given how loose the packaging was, there was no telling how the cards would come out of the pack. So I think the smart way of doing was to actually buy a couple first and survey the situation before proceeding. But I got greedy and I wanted to blitz eBay since it was only $25 a pop, and it was easy to make one quick scoop before comps started to adjust. And why 20 boxes? My logic was rather simple. If I could get a single PSA 10 Shaquille O'Neal, it would be money. Or if I got a third, meaning around 7 PSA 9s, I would be in money as well. And let's not forget about the Jordans. It was a foolproof plan, but in the end, it became a proof of a fool's plan. So let's talk some stats. I purchased a total of 20 sealed boxes, spending exactly $520.37, and I opened all of them and determined that there were 12 Shaquille O'Neals and 50 Michael Jordans that were fit for grading. Now, my skills back then wasn't as polished as they are now, but in my eyes, these were all mint 9s, and crossing my fingers, hopefully I would get a PSA 10 or 2. So I sent these 27 cards for grading and spent a total of $515.87 on grading fees plus shipping. So by now I was in about $1,000, with some loose raws which I sold for a few dollars. And after waiting for about 10 months, the results are in. For the Shaquille O'Neals, I had 3 PSA 9s, 1 PSA 8.5, 3 PSA 8s, and 5 PSA 7s. Not a very impressive results. Of course, I sold all 12 Shaquille O'Neals, and the PSA 9 sold for on average about $125. The PSA 8.5 sold for $70, the PSA 8 sold for about $60, and the PSA 7 I only managed to sell for $10, totaling sales to $818. Now, this was a huge gap from my expectations of making it big. In my mind, with 12 shots at the hoop, I was hoping to score at least once, but missed so badly. And my earlier assumption of how poor the packaging would affect the grading came to fruition, as almost half of my submission taking losses. Back then, I was even foolish to think that a PSA 9 had a shot of being priced a third or a quarter of a PSA 10, like how modern cards were, which meant a PSA 9 would be valued approximately around $400 to $600. Boy, was I so wrong with that amateur assumption as well. I fared somewhat better with the Jordans, with 7 PSA 9s, 7 PSA 8s, and 1 random PSA 4. But unfortunately, these were not rookie cards, like how the Shaq is, so they didn't sell for as much. The PSA 9 sold for $50 each, and the PSA 8 sold for about $25, totaling sales to $560. So therefore, my net profit, after deducting my original cost, about $1,000 over, is $335, which is approximately 30% return after 10 months. Of course, when you compare to your average annual savings, 30% is quite a big number, but you have to consider how much work that went in to make this $300, plus the depressing feeling every time I cracked open a new box, only to see white nicks in the corner of the Shacks knowing that it was far from a gem 10. The one funny observation was when I was on a blitz to pick up seal boxes back in March 2020. Some people actually were taking notice of what was going on, and the price of boxes actually went up as high as $40 in auction at one point. Now I wonder how those guys made out. At the end of the day, there were so many learning points that I took away from this exercise, particularly in assessing the balance between risk, effort, and time. A fine balance they need to be conscious of if you want to be successful as a card investor. Looking back, given the experience I have today, I probably won't reconsider this strategy again, but you gotta give some credit for trying. So if you guys like this video and found it very useful, do like and subscribe for more content in the future. I will be putting up similar videos, so do watch out for that. Thanks and have a great day.